and daily users. And the FTX app is used by over 6 million people to buy crypto and NFTs with no transaction or withdrawal fees. You can use your phone or computer, and the FTX US trading platform offers NFT trading on both the Ethereum and Solana blockchain with no gas fees. To find out more, click on the link in the description below and also in the chat. Again, a shout out to our sponsor, FTX. If you sign up for an account with them, let them know that Benzinga sent you their way. Without further ado, I think it's time to get started with today's episode. Not a real lively chat yet. Looks like everyone is still waking up, or they're not excited to talk about NFTs today, but we'll get there. We got some exciting things. With that being said, I think it is time to bring on my co-host, Alyssa.
Hello.
Alyssa, what's going on?
Pretty good. I just ate spicy tacos. I'm ready to talk about NFTs. Where'd
Yeah,
this go?
NFTs. I mean, what a fun topic this week, right? We've definitely seen better days out there. But this is something we've talked about before, right? Is that the NFT market, the crypto market, very volatile. They don't just go up, right? Despite some popular beliefs, they occasionally go down. We are in a correction. And Alyssa, to me, I see some positives coming from this. I know that's hard to think about the positives, but we did have huge supply issues, right? We had too many NFT collections coming out for a while. We had a lot of 10,000, PFPs, no roadmap, no utility. I think we get away from that. I also think, we're going to see the teams that have existing projects work harder, right? I just saw Cool Cats tweet the other day that, this is a time for building, right? So they're building, they're launching new collections in the future. We also have NFT NYC happening next week, which I'm real curious to see how this major event for NFTs coinciding with the bear market could play out, right? Will that bring some momentum back into NFTs? Will we see different collections do these in life events and then, get a little run on sales or their floor price? So, Alyssa, any positives you see here of the bear market and NFTs kind of taking a beating? You think there could be some positives? Oh, we might have lost Alyssa. Looks like Alyssa is frozen. We will pull Alyssa down and I will try to get her back on. But yeah, I mean, there's definitely positives, I think, coming. And we will see those in full force in the future. But let's get into today's topics, right? So, again, let's have some fun. Let's still talk about the news as it's happening. And up first, we have this collection called Bubble Goose Ballers. Bubble Goose Ballers. This is a fun one to talk about. This is on Solana, and this is from Wagme Beach, as in we are gonna make it. They previously released the Catalina Whales collection, which was another popular collection on Solana. They recently launched these Bubble Goose Ballers. We have a floor price of around 10.9 Solana. So, in my opinion, we have an affordable entry point right now. Looks like we've got Alyssa back. Alyssa, welcome back. We are talking about Bubble Goose Ballers. If you want to pull that up on OpenSea, this is a new Solana project, and we're working on getting the team on our show for an interview. And as I was saying, this team previously launched Catalina Whales, which was on Solana. Now, this is their new collection. I think these look pretty dope. The colors pop out, right? It's almost like this, this character that looks kind of badass, right? And I also saw on their website, their roadmap, it looks like they have maybe a TV show coming, or at least a couple episodes they're working on. They also have more collections coming, and they also have vinyl toys coming. Alyssa, what do you think of Bubble Goose Ballers? Do you think these could be toys and also a show down the road?
I can see it. Like a Cartoon Network type show for sure. And these are giving off like Sup Duck vibes, but on a
Yeah.
different like universe type level. Can't go
Yeah.
wrong with ducks or goose. Sorry, geese.
With geese. And one of the artists on this previously worked on some TV shows, The
Oh,
Boondocks and Black Dynamite. I don't know if you saw either of those. I know I saw some episodes of The Boondocks. I think it was on Fox a couple,
oh
not a
yeah, the
couple, but
Boondocks.
years ago. Boondocks.
Yeah.
So I mean, there you have it. Someone on this team already has experience with television, right? And
Oh yeah.
I get excited when these NFTs are already connecting the dots. They're already looking towards doing, a show because I think there's future. Yeah, thanks, Tiny Pie. Yeah,
Gooses.
see, it's one of those words like moose, right? Like, what is the plural of moose? What is the plural of goose? It just sounds funny no matter how you say it. So, but
Yeah.
yeah, there's Carl
Carl.
Jones. Yeah, so I'm excited about this collection, and like I said, we're trying to get them on an episode. Hopefully the chat would enjoy that. But yeah, and I think that was
Oh, that's dope.
Boondocks, yeah,
Yeah.
on the screen. But look at, yeah. So this is really cool. And guys, again, we're in a bear market, so the floor price is 10.9. The Solana price last I checked, I think was like $30. Maybe it's even lower than that. So you're looking at like what, $300 to $400, right? Which again isn't nothing. But months ago, these Solana projects were, selling for thousands of dollars at the floor, right? When OK Bears came out, some of these others. So to me, this is one that's definitely on my watch list, and I'm gonna look more into the roadmap. And before we have them on, I might have to buy one. But yeah, anything else about this
I want.
project, Alyssa?
Yeah, no, I wanted to go back to what you were saying in the beginning before my computer rudely crashed. How this market, it was actually needed because, like you said, the demand wasn't like matching up with the supply. Like there was way too many projects, and but now that this is happening, the high the projects that are providing like Cool Cats and Bored Ape,
Yeah,
like watching their communities stick through it, and they're like saying this is great because like we just keep building, like that's perfect. And I think this project, like the background, like the guy Carl Jones, like the fact that he made that that's pretty popular. So I think he actually like this will work out well. And
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and hey, so Tiny Pie in the chat with a question, right? And asking for the Magic 8 Ball to come out here. Are these projects going to come back, or is there just going to be a bunch of new ones when NFTs take off again? The answer to that, I think, would be both, right?
Mhm.
We're going to talk later on in the show, mine and Alyssa's top 10 NFTs, on our list right now that we think can survive the bear market, thrive in the future. But yes, unfortunately, when we do see the price of Ethereum go up, when we do see NFTs come back, we will get a bunch of new collections because some will reach out and try to get that cash grab. But the one thing I would say is that we might see a lot of people flush out right now too and leave the NFT market. So when those new collections launch, the people that are still in NFTs and looking for utility, looking for future growth, they might not mint those new ones anymore, right? So
Yeah.
if those projects come out and they launch these 10,000 collections and they don't sell out, they have to, decide, hey, do we want to cut supply? Do we want to change to a free mint? Or they just kind of disappear, and then we might not get all these copycats. So I think it's going to be a mix of both. But again, as Alyssa said, kind of healthy and needed.
Mhm.
And that's really the point that I wanted to get across, right? I'm still here. I'm not going away. Have I gotten, stricter on what I'll mint right now? Yes. Have I
Yes.
gotten more cautious on what I'm going to hold, going forward? Yes. But I'm also looking for opportunities to get into some of these collections that myself I was priced out of that now I can afford, right? In both Ethereum and USD terms. Some of these projects have fallen down to where, they're actually, again, affordable, being a very loose word there, but affordable for me, right? And that's where I'm looking. So not financial advice, but I am still in buying mode going forward. I'm just more strict about what I'm targeting, which you'll hear in my top 10 later on. Alyssa, so the next topic I have, I did an article yesterday on Citron Research. And of course, anyone familiar with the stock market, anyone who's been watching Benzinga YouTube for a while, knows all about Citron Research, right? A hedge fund led by Andrew Left. And he famously called out GameStop for being overvalued last year. And boy, did he get attacked, right? Benzinga was the room where it all happened. I don't know if everyone out there realizes that. But if you want to look back to where GameStop started moving up, it was right here on Benzinga YouTube. Andrew Left came on our lunch show and he said that GameStop was overvalued. He got attacked in that YouTube chat. Alyssa, I know you remember this. Like, there were so many comments. That chat was flying. There were thousands of viewers. There was thousands of comments. We couldn't keep up with moderating it. And he just got attacked. The price kept going higher. And then we had this huge battle of retail traders against hedge funds and Wall Street. And now Andrew Left. The interesting thing is, after GameStop happened, he unfortunately he got some threats, right? People targeted him, they targeted his family. So he decided to kind of change his style, right? So instead of doing these short reports, he was going to do bullish calls on what he called multi-baggers, so stocks that could go up over 100%. So he's been doing that for the past year. But all of a sudden now, Alyssa, he has this change of heart. And this week, he decides to come out and attack the cryptocurrency market. So we already have crypto down big, right? It's not like he called the top. It's down. And he says, hey, guys, Bitcoin sucks. Ethereum sucks. And your NFTs suck. Of course, he didn't say it word for word like that. But he said that Ethereum is still trading with a market cap of $140 billion. Every high-flying real software and cloud company is trading back to its pre-pandemic levels. So where would that put Ethereum? $200 for ETH is what he said. And he said it's still expensive at 200 ETH. He also said that if you think a $140 billion software company whose primary use case is to buy online collectibles, then joke will be on you. Alyssa, is that what he is calling NFTs, as online collectibles? What do you think of that?
I don't know. He's a brave man.
It's so brave. So brave right now.
I get the bear case. Like here, hold on. Where's that comment? If recession coming, why buy monkey pig? Like, I get it. But it's still an investment. Still, you're investing in a community, not just like a picture at that point. And Andrew, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, I wish Andrew the best.
Yes.
Because I don't want anyone to threaten people or their families.
No.
But I am very surprised by this move here.
Mm-hmm.
To know that GameStop had very loyal fans and investors that then targeted him. Alyssa, we have seen in the crypto space, between our shows, our social media, our articles, there is a very dedicated group of investors and fans for each individual crypto coin, for each NFT collection, and he is targeting them all. That is incredibly brave. And I think Ethereum right now at 1,100, I don't know if we have bottomed, but I would be very surprised if we go back to $200. I think that's pretty off base to say 200.
Yeah, it's over the top. Very much so.
Yeah. All right, enough about Andrew left. We will move on again. We wish him the best, and we're trying to get him on a Benzinga show to talk and debate, and we'll see if that happens. I know our viewers would love that, just like they did before. And again, if he is a brave man, we will see if that happens. Let's talk about OpenSea for a minute. So OpenSea, the NFT marketplace leader, they announced a move to the Seaport protocol, which they said will cut Ethereum gas fees by 35%. So they currently have 1.8 million users, and they said that this could save over $460 million in total fees each year for their users. Now, here's where I get a little bitter, Alyssa, is that remember when you had to, like, you sold or tried to list your first NFT on OpenSea, they charge you like that one-time fee up front. That's going
Yeah.
away now with this new change. I had to pay that, and like I don't get refunded. So like it's great for new users, but like
Old
where's my
users.
money at? So.
Yeah. Yeah. You have a point.
But ultimately, we're headed in the right direction, right? We have, OpenSea working on lowering gas fees. We've got Ethereum working on their merge to ETH2. All of this is going to mean lower gas fees, which ultimately I think helps sustain the NFT market growth over time. So just wanted to share that news with people. If you do use OpenSea, you may see lower gas fees. And again, if you have not listed anything for sale, you might want to wait until that goes in place so you won't have to pay that one-time fee that's very large up front. Speaking of OpenSea, we did get a new record, Alyssa, for a Bored Ape Yacht Club NFT. Not in US dollars, of course, because the price of Ethereum has crashed, but an all-time record for Bored Ape in Ethereum. Bored Ape number 7537 sold for 1,024 Ethereum, breaking a previous record of 769 ETH. That is a big jump, but again, dollar difference actually down. So it's a
Yeah.
little confusing. It depends on if you're part of the 1 ETH equals 1 ETH crowd or if you're looking at USD, right? Big difference. But Alyssa, this ape isn't rare, right? It reminded
No.
everyone of the Justin Bieber buy, right? When he paid 500 ETH for an ape that wasn't rare. It was just on the floor. So that's what happened here. But here's where it gets interesting. The person that bought the ape, their name on OpenSea is BTOC 1024, and there's actually a website for BTOC that is a social media platform. So it really seems like this was a marketing move to get people to talk about the ape, to go to the website and possibly download the app. Now the question is it legit? Should you download the app, or could this be like a phishing scam? A lot of people in the comments said that BTOC is an established like TikTok Chinese company, but they've also been known to promote some pump and dump crypto coins before. So I'm staying away, right? I don't need to download the app. I don't really care. But what do you think of this, Alyssa, if it's just a marketing move, paying a record amount to get people to follow, visit your site, and talk about you?
I mean, it is a smart marketing move, but maybe be a little bit more transparent because of
Yeah,
the whole environment as is. Like, there's a lot of
great point.
phishing attempts, like a lot. So people are going to be really iffy on your app.
Yeah. I think definitely get a press release or a comment
Yeah.
out there, right? Let people know, say, hey, this is BTOC. We're going to use this Bored Ape as our brand. It's already being used like on their website. So people thought that this move was in the works. It might have bought its ape from one account to another, right? And just essentially transferred it.
Yeah.
So then it goes into that category, of is this really a record breaker, right? Or is it kind of a one-off event? So ultimately it did break the record in terms of ETH, but not in USD. So I think for that fact, it's just going to kind of get written off. But we will see. But again, I mean, me personally, like I have never been able to grab like the rare traits, right? Unless if I mint them. So I'm always looking more around the floor. But I also like to find traits that like I care about or I like or I could build a brand around. And to me, I just think it's kind of basic, right? Like
It is.
it's got the motorcycle helmet, but otherwise like I mean the eyes are closed, it's the board mouth, it's the not a rare fur, it just I don't know, for 1024 ETH, just I would have picked something different, but that's me.
I would have picked something like you said, unless there was already like a.
Uh-oh, we might have lost Alyssa again. Yeah, so unless like a deal was in play. Are you there?
Yes, am I here?
Okay. We lost you for a sec. Yep.
Oh no. What was I saying? Like, where did
You were
it cut
saying
off?
like unless there was a deal in place or like they already own the ape and
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Like yeah, pushed it out.
Yeah.
And, like already built something in it.
And I guess it makes sense, yeah.
But they could have still found something different.
And they didn't need to pay that amount. Like that's the other thing. Like the website is BTOC whatever. It's not BTOC 1024, but 1024 is in their like name. So everyone's saying, well, that's why they spent 1024 ETH. But it's like, why though? Like, why not just spend a record amount? Like you could have spent 800 ETH and you still would have had the record.
Yeah, it's probably like a marketing ploy, like you said. They could have. They worked actually. We're talking about them.
I know that's the thing. Like we're proving the point. So so let's move on. With that being said, but speaking of Bored Apes, and speaking of bear market, got to talk about this article I wrote. It's actually the top viewed article on Benzinga today, even though it came out a couple days ago. It is an article talking about if you bought a Bored Ape Yacht Club NFT 6 weeks ago, which was when the other deed for other side claim happened, how much would you have lost? Yes, that's right. You would be down unless if you minted, of course, a rare other deed or you sold at the top. But this is just one of those, those education segments. And again, it's kind of depressing, right? You would have spent 153.5 ETH on April 30th, which was $435,680. You would have then gotten, your Bored Ape and your other deed, which now would be worth $97,134. You would be down 78% in 6 weeks. Alyssa, what do you think of that statistic?
That is very ouchy. Very ouchy.
Yeah, I mean, there's no good way to say, that again, it's a double negative, right? Because the floor price of Bored Apes has come down, and the price of Ethereum has come down, which in turn really lower the US dollar amount, which is what the article illustrated. On the flip side, I am working on an article of if you minted Bored Ape Yacht Club, a year ago, right? You would very much still be in the green, right? Because you would have had a Bored Ape Yacht Club, a Bored Ape Kennel Club, a Mutant Ape Yacht Club, a other deed for other side, ApeCoin. I mean, the people that have been in have gotten rewarded. And you'll hear me talk about that later when we get into our top 10, of course. But I mean, just an article to get out there for education. And again, it's getting widely read, and which probably means people are bashing it somewhere, and I just haven't seen it yet. But so I'm probably getting lit up on Facebook or something. But we'll figure that out. Speaking of Bored Ape, Alyssa, we're going to talk about Bored Ape a lot today, I guess. There is the NBA Finals happening tonight, Game 6. The Golden State Warriors currently lead 3-2 against the Boston Celtics. There are two members of the Golden State Warriors, Steph Curry and Andrew Wiggins, who both own Bored Ape Yacht Club NFTs. They're both part of the community. What do you think, Alyssa? If you're not a fan of either team, should you just be rooting for the Warriors because hey, they at least have a tie to NFTs?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't pay attention to sports.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of like it just brings more awareness, right? You're gonna see articles come out that's like,
Yeah.
NBA champions own Bored Apes, just like the Super Bowl, right? Von Miller, Odell Beckham Jr., they both won, and they own some NFTs. Von Miller owns a Bored Ape Yacht Club. So if you can pull up the pictures of Steph Curry and Andrew Wiggins Bored Apes, let's take a look here at what
Right.
we've got. So there's Andrew Wiggins, kind of a different mouth, different fur.
And then boop.
And then Steph Curry, the blue fur and the suit.
I like that blue fur.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to pick against the blue fur here going head to head. What does everyone in the chat think? Curry's blue fur or Wiggins? I think it's gray fur, was it? No, I don't remember. Is it gray? Yeah.
Gray.
Yeah. So neither one is like super rare, right? And Curry bought in August and Wiggins bought in December. But I love the blue fur. I don't know what it is about it. Same with like the pink fur, right? Just some of the different colors, like they really stand out. And I kind of like that background color with the ape's face, right? And even the suit, like it kind of complements it a little bit.
It matches very well. The blue is just unique. You could, yeah, I don't know.
I do kind of like the mouth though on Wiggins there,
yes.
like being open, right? Because I mean, part of Bored Apes is a lot of them do have the bored mouth, right? That's part of it. But I do like the different mouth characteristics because you don't see them all the time. So I mean, that's kind of cool. Also should note that Curry bought his in August, right around the time that Mutant Apes were dropping. So he owns a Bored Ape, he owns a Mutant Ape, he owns a Bored Ape Kennel Club, and he owns 2 other deed lands as well. Whereas Wiggins, I think, just owns the Bored Ape, and then he's got some other assets, like maybe some Azukis and some beans, I think I saw in his wallet. But yeah, let's check it out. There's probably a bunch of junk in there too that people have sent.
All right.
But there's the lands, right?
Yeah.
Yep, there's 2 other deeds.
Weather report.
Oh. Weather report, nice. I think Wiggins has a weather report actually too.
A mutant?
Yeah, is that a real mutant? Yep.
Yeah.
Then I thought he had there's his ape, and then I think he has a cheetah fur. Yep, cheetah fur Kennel Club, which I love that characteristic.
It's got a basketball hoop on it too.
Yeah. Cool. See, that's sweet. Oh, he's got a bomb, Adam Bomb Squad. Oh yeah, and then Rumble Kongs, right?
Yeah.
So they're building the basketball game. He is a big part of that collection. So that's kind of cool, right? Anytime you have a basketball NFT collection and an NBA player, gets involved, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, and then Wiggins, if you want to go to his, I think he's got a weather report. And then I thought I saw some beans in there. Yeah.
Yep, beans. They're so cute.
Yep, there's a weather report. Is that a Cool Man's?
Yeah. Got her.
There's the ape. So yeah, he doesn't have a mutant or the other deeds, I don't think. Oh, does he have a punks?
There's
Azuki.
2 Azuki.
2 Azuki, nice.
The Kong. Super fat.
Oh, is that a Wolf Game sheep?
Too? Yeah, it is.
Oh, a little Wolf Game action there, Andrew Wiggins. Okay.
We see you.
We see you.
Lots of metal wolves.
I don't know what that is, but
I have no idea what that is.
I wonder if he actually bought those or if someone sent them to him. But
that's a lot.
That's a lot to have.
Sheesh.
Yeah. But yeah, so if you are not a NBA fan or a sports fan, just throwing it out there, if you like NFTs, the Golden State Warriors tonight can win the title, and 2 members of the Bored Ape community would become champions. And I think that's pretty cool. I've been a fan of Curry for a while. I'll be rooting for the Warriors. And also, as we said earlier this week, there is the Steph Curry NFT collection on FTX, commemorating him breaking the 3-point shot record. And he has a merch line coming for holders of that collection. So if you own one by Monday, you get to dibs on exclusive merch, right? And let's say they win. I mean, I think that merch is going to be more valuable and more coveted if they win, and maybe the NFTs will go up too. We'll see. So, something to throw out there. Will you be at NFT NYC? Janix is asking in the chat. To be determined. I am trying to go, but logistically, I don't know if I can make it work, which is a bummer because we have so many exclusives there, but we will see. But Benzinga will have a presence there, so let us know if you need anything and reach out, and we will be covering that event definitely in its fullest. And Steph Curry Discord. Yeah, and Steph Curry actually was in the Bored Ape Discord after he bought that ape. I remember that. Alyssa, I don't know if you remember that. He bought his ape and then he just like posted a picture of him like sitting in a chair like just to prove that it was like really him, because people were like, no way is that Steph, right? And he was like, no guys, like
it's me.
It's me, and I'm in the Discord just chilling. Like, I bought one. Now I want to know what's up. So I think it's pretty cool. So again, I mean, celebrities and athletes getting in is kind of an added perk, and it also can provide access. I mean, sometimes you can then, message these people or talk to them because of having the same NFT as them. So
yeah.
Alyssa, what do you think? Yeah, I think it's time to get into maybe our top 10 NFTs during this bear market. Are you ready for this?
Yeah. Let's go.
All right. Let's see. I would guess I am going first. Is that
yeah,
correct?
If you want to. Sure.
All right, let me take a drink here.
The dew.
All right. And if you want to put me full screen here, we can get a nice clip out of this. Boop. To share with everyone. All right. So we are in a bear market and have seen NFTs lose value and come down in price, but that doesn't mean that you should be running for the exits. This is my current list of my top 10 NFTs that you should be buying or holding during the current bear market. In no particular order, I have Bored Ape Yacht Club, Yuga Labs, huge brand, right? They've provided value, drops, they have a coin, they have merch, they have exclusive events, they take care of their holders. Mutant Ape Yacht Club, a collection that spun off from Bored Ape, another one that has provided value for holders. It's also a cheaper way to get access into Yuga Labs. Then we have VFriend Series 1. For those who missed out on VCon, they are definitely looking to go to next year's event. Anyone who has a VFriend Series 1 gets access to next year's event and will get a +1. So you will be able to either go or sell those tickets. Those tickets were going for thousands of dollars ahead of the event. Gary Vee has called this his Mickey Mouse. He plans on providing value, and I believe him. And we have Cool Cats. Cool Cats is working on building an ecosystem. Cool Pets, they have gamification. They have the milk token. They're also launching more collections, which I think will come with access to media deals. They've got toys coming, just a lot to like about them. Then we have World of Women. World of Women, they've got a lot of celebrities involved, including Reese Witherspoon. Her Hello Sunshine company has a media deal. They also have a deal with Guy Oseary, who is working with Bored Ape Yacht Club. Again, another one to like for future value. Then we have Pixel Vault, Meta Hero, and Punks, all in that same ecosystem. More collections, a token, more value, and a media deal. Then we have Clone X, Artifact, Nike deal. I think Nike brings more value to the collection over the coming months. Doodles has been huge at these events, and they continue to grow. Moonbirds from Proof, they have a deal with Alexis Ohanian. And then Robotos. Robotos has a TV show coming for kids in the future, and I am a fan. Alyssa, how about you?
Good list. Good list. Mine, in no order: Bored Ape, Yacht Club, Mutant Apes, Clone X, Azuki, Cool Cats, V Friends, Dead Fellas, CryptoPunks, Moonbirds, and Fang Gang. I love my Fangster. You have it up right now, actually. Bored Apes and the Mutant Apes. Anything Bored Ape, Yuga Lab. Um, it's gonna stay, and they're gonna keep going. They're a brand at this point. It's not just a picture of a monkey. And Clone X, like, same deal. They're up with Nike, and I think they're just gonna keep climbing too. Azuki, I really like the art. They're popular. I don't think it's gonna go away. They can really work a lot with Azuki, honestly. Like, if they wanted to dive into like the anime, like creating the animes or manga, they could do that, and it is a really big market out there for that. Cool Cats, I mean, for obvious reasons, Cool Cats are gonna stay. Moonbirds, CryptoPunks, and then Deadfellows. I don't. Did you mention Deadfellows?
No, Deadfellows was on my honorable mention. Unfortunately, I couldn't squeeze them into the 10.
For some, I really like Deadfellows. I've always liked them, and they do well. Betty is like
Yep.
a really good person, an artist, and she's got a good vision, and she pushes forward no matter what. You know, she's cool. And then Fanging, because I love my Fangster. I actually bought one today.
Oh, look at you. I had a feeling that Fang Gang was going to be in your 10. You said Deadfellas, and then CryptoPunks you had in your
Yeah.
10. I left CryptoPunks out. They were in my honorable mention. That one was really hard for me, right? Because they are the OG. There's a lot of historical value there. They're also owned by Yuga Labs now, at least the rights are. But we really haven't gotten anything from Yuga Labs on what they plan to do. And prior to Yuga Labs buying, I mean, you saw Larva Labs really block people from monetizing their punk, using it. I just think there needs to be more of a story there. I think in the future they could really go up, but I think a story's going to have to happen first. So I kind of hesitated. But my honorable mention, Alyssa, was CryptoPunks and Meebits. So same thing with Meebits, right? They're owned by Yuga Labs now. The rights. They're a historical 3D PFP. Azuki, which you had in your 10. Toy Boogers. I know it's a lower priced one, but again, they have that TV show with time in the future. Same reason I have Robotos in the top 10. I just think these shows are going to provide, more value. And then art blocks, the Chromie Squiggles, the Fidenzas, historical art. But again, people want utility. They want a token. And I just feel like maybe these other ones could do better for that reason. And then Other Deed for Other Side, right? The land for Yuga Labs. Also honorable mention, and the reason it's not in my 10 is because there's more supply coming. They still have more that I think could lower the floor price. Did you have any honorable mention that just missed your top 10?
Art blocks, Toy Boogers, Robotos, Doge Pound, Meebits. There's a few others. Doodles.
It's hard to pick 10, right?
There's like we could do a top 20 or 30. Like,
Yeah, I feel like I could do a real solid 20. I feel like
yeah,
outside of that, it might be like stretching a little bit, right? You almost have to do them in like tiers of blue chip,
yeah,
under 1 ETH, under 0.25 ETH, which if everyone out there liked this, I want to do that. I want to do a show talking about the top 10 under 1 ETH, maybe, right? With
yeah.
ETH being so down, I think that's a good entry point. I still think there's a lot of value out there under 0.2 or under 0.5. But Let us know if you guys have a top 10. Drop it right now in the chat. We'll take a look and share our opinions. Again, not financial advice, but Alyssa, we had a lot of overlap, right, in the list, which I think, obviously shows that there's collections we both like, but I think it also shows, that there's a lot of collections out there that have a good brand. They have a good, bright future. So like Bored Ape, right? Bored Ape Yacht Club has really set the bar. Yuga Labs, I mean, they just provided so much value. As I said, if you bought a Bored Ape 6 weeks ago, you're down. But if you bought a Bored Ape last year, you have been taken care of, right? And you've been able to either hold on to those assets or sell them and get your money back. Take out that cost basis, right? I mean, when we talked to Franklin, right, who owns like 50 whatever apes now, he sold his ape coin, right? When he got his ape coin, he's plus money now, right? Like, even though he owns all these Bored Apes, he doesn't need to sell his Bored Apes because he took out money in the form of ape coin. What else about Yuga Labs and Bored Apes gets you so excited for the future?
TV shows, like physical meetups, just like a brand all around. Like, when you think about it, I like to think about it like this. There's not a ton of Nikes, okay? There's one Nike. So Bored Ape Yacht Club is a main brand in the NFT space, and they're not going to go away, and they're going to keep delivering, and their team is strong, and you can tell that they're here for the people and to provide value.
Definitely. Can we just shout out Happy in the chat real quick? Happy with the great message here. If you love shows that cover the NFT market, make sure to subscribe. Benzinga will always keep you up to date on all financial markets. Alyssa, should we also say that Happy is now working for Benzinga?
Yeah.
How about that? And he came right here from the YouTube chat, which is also how Money Mitch got involved, right? Was watching pre-market prep, interacting, and just being part of the community. So if you guys out there love these shows, you love what you see, what you hear, and you want to work at Benzinga, it's possible, guys. So
Hey, the reason why I'm in Benzinga is I interacted on Twitter.
there you go.
Boom.
See?
Yeah.
Like, that's awesome. Like, we have brought so many people on from from socials and from the shows. So shout out to Happy, who's always here in the chat. He was a moderator, always helped out, and now he is a Benzinga employee and also still helping with the chat. So Happy,
Boom.
awesome to have you on board. Alyssa, what were some other ones that we overlapped on? So Cool Cats.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what else to say about Cool Cats, right? I got
Yeah.
to interview Klon and Evan. We interviewed Evan on the show before. I mean, Cool Cats, Cool Pets, gamification, the milk token. They've got more characters coming. They've got plushies coming. They want to do a show in the future. What is it about Cool Cats for you?
The people behind it, and then the community, which goes hand in hand. But Klon and I'm blanking on his name.
Evan or Elu?
Evan. Yeah. Okay, so those two guys, they're top tier. Like, you can, like, Klon. This Cool Cat has been around for a long time in Klon's his world, and now it's here, and now it's for all of us to enjoy. And having a show and all that, it just adds it adds to the pile of, like, yes.
Yeah, and I mean, again, I'm a little biased, right? Because I've met them, I have interviewed them, I've hung out with them. Also, many of you know that I have kids, and I sometimes do the kid test with NFTs, right? Obviously, they're not as big of fans of like a mutant ape, right? Because they just think it looks kind of weird. But they love a cool cat. They love a roboto. They want to see it be turned into a TV show, right? They
Yeah.
ask me that those famous 3 letters we hear all the time, Alyssa, right? Win, WEN, win show. So instead of asking when Lambo, right, they want to know when the TV show's coming. And I think that's exciting for the future of some of these projects. You talked about community with Cool Cats, and I think that's a really important element. I mean, when Cool Pets first launched, right, there was a little bit of problems, right? The timing of it, delays. Some people exited, right? They were like, "Oh, this
Yeah.
game's never gonna happen." We're getting out. I'm selling my Cool Cat. I'm selling my Cool Pet or my egg or whatever. And then the game started, and people came back in.
Mm.
Recently Cool Cats did a couple town halls, right, talking about their future. They did the interview with us, right, where they talked about what's coming, and people are coming back in, and I think that's a bullish sign. But also they've had a lot of loyal people in the whole time too that have stuck with them, and that's something I always like to see. um what else on our top 10s together? Honorable mention. What's
Clone
next?
Clone X.
Clone X. So like, I feel like when these first came out, I was never like the hugest fan of the artwork, right? Because it's almost like kids, right?
Yeah.
Not like grown adults or whatever. But again, Nike bought Artifact, which is the company behind this. I can't see Nike just saying, "Okay, guys, we're gonna stop doing NFTs," right? There's no growth there anymore. So this PFP collection that you made, put it on the shelf. We're done, right? Nike's not going to say that.
Nope.
Part of the
No.
reason they bought Artifact was because they want a piece of that Web3. They already saw a successful brand. You got digital sneakers, and now you got Clone X. I just think, as we head to the metaverse, I just think this is one of those collections that really catches on there more than
Like,
anywhere else.
I can say this, like if they were to move into anime territory and like actually make a show out of this, same with Azuki, they can do really well. Like they're making a lot of new animes and manga with like streetwear and people love it. So Nike could do that and start like they can capitalize off it big time.
Yeah, definitely. What else was on the? Give me another one. Was that on the top 10?
Uh
What do we both
Moonbirds.
have? Moon. Okay, so
Moonbirds.
Moonbirds. Moonbirds, I feel like, is another one of those where, like, when it first launched, it was really, really hyped. I didn't get in, right? I missed out on the raffle, so I was a little bitter. Um, Sometimes when I'm bitter, then I just ignore, stop paying attention, right? Because I'm priced out. But I saw, Alexis Ohanian invest money in this. He is the co-founder of Reddit. He's a huge investor. He's believed in the Web3 space for a long time. Proof is a very established brand. Big names, big investors, big celebrities are involved with Moonbirds. They have that nesting platform, which is very, unique. So I don't know. Like, I really think that this has a good future, and I think they're gonna release some more collections down the road too. And before, if you had, the Proof membership, you got first access at a Moonbird. I think if you have a Moonbird, you're gonna get first access at something down the road. I know they have land coming someday, and look at what the Other Deed land did for Bored Apes, right? It
Mhm.
created that hype. So
Yeah.
I'm liking Moonbirds more and more.
Like it gives me a good feeling, Moonbirds. Like you look at some of these projects and you just get that feeling like, oh yeah. Yeah, this is good. um it's just really strong. And I like like this is the one where if you hold your Moonbird, it collects what is it? What is it? I forgot.
I don't remember, but like the longer you hold, the better
It benefits
it
you.
benefits, and if you sell it, like resets.
Yeah, so if you buy a Moonbird, it's like a clean slate for
You're
you.
starting from 0, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's really really cool because
Yeah.
like other projects, if you bought an NFT that was already owned, and they used it for like a free drop or whatever, you can't get that.
Yep.
It's just a picture to you now, unless future utility. But yeah, Moonbirds is cool for doing that. Mm.
Yeah, definitely. How about in my top 10, and I think it was in your honorable mention Robotos.
Yeah.
What is it about Robotos, Alyssa, that you're excited about, but also maybe why it didn't quite make the top 10?
It's probably because it's not like on the level of like the Bored Apes
Yeah,
and all that. Like having a TV show is really freaking cool, but like
but it's still a little ways away too.
yes. But I also love the artist.
Yeah, I mean, who can not like Pablo, right?
Like you're bullish on Pablo. That guy is just a big ray of sunshine,
we
and
love you, Pablo. Yeah,
yeah, we do, we really do. But like it's a TV show. It kind of reminds me of Gravity Falls, honestly.
yeah,
Like it's bubbly and happy.
yeah. I just saw Robotos are at 0.27, Alyssa. I might be doing some shopping there.
Yeah,
I feel
I've
like
been looking.
I feel like 0.25. I might start putting in some offers. I don't know. This is one of those where like it might drop more like during this bear market, but long term and like once that show hits, I just
Yeah,
have this gut feeling, right? Again, betting on the artist, betting on the show, betting on my kids loving this. I just think it's going to be a success. So I think I'm willing to risk it more here.
yeah. No, I totally agree.
All right. I don't think anyone has dropped a top 10 list. I know we got some call outs in the chat for like one at a time. Does anyone have a top 10 list or like even a top 5? Give us a list, more than one name.
That rabbit mask. If you play Bioshock, that's it. That's it. It's a splicer mask. I never finished it. Actually, fun fact. I'm trying to learn how to make masks, and I do plan on making like NFT type
Yes.
deals. And I also have a 3D printer. It's gonna happen. Just watch.
Yes.
I saw Akumu.
Oh yeah, okay. So Boryoku and Kumu, right? The dragons.
Yeah.
AR, if you're new to the show, we talked about this when Kumu minted. I am a fan of this. I'm a fan of the cross chain, right? How you have some on Solana, some on Ethereum now. I think what they're doing is very good, and I think their future roadmap, the gamification, I like it. And what are we at now? 0.245 ETH. Yeah, I mean, I'm a fan there. I was actually looking at these at 0.5 pre-reveal. I would have liked to have, had a chance at getting a rare one. Now I'm probably going to look at, the floor.
Yeah.
But again, I want more exposure to Solana. So even if I don't buy up a bunch of Solana projects, this one gives you a little bit of exposure indirectly to Solana because of their previous collection. So maybe if you don't want to go full in on Solana, you look here. What do you think of that, Alyssa?
No, agreed. The fact that they're on both Solana and now Ethereum, very very nice. How much is the original, the one on Solana?
I don't remember now. And Solana being $30 like changes so much because I feel like it was like 100 before when we were looking at it. But yeah, and because we're on Magic Eden.
89 Sol.
89 Sol times 31 is 2,759.
So if these are nice because it lets you get in at a cheaper price.
Yeah.
Like what, 250?
Yeah. And I love the artwork.
Yeah.
I think both collections have, great artwork.
Yeah.
The original is a little bit more almost pixel, but like better. And I think the new collection, obviously is, a little bit more developed in the artwork. So
more fleshed out. But
yeah,
both are very, very
but yeah,
nice.
like look at those 3D glasses. I mean, you had like the rainbow coming out of the mouth, like the different flames. You got bubble gum.
Yeah, the
right?
bubble
so
gum.
many collections of it. Was that a pacifier I just saw too?
Wait. Yeah, I think where was it? Dang. Oh, there it is.
You saw it too, right? Oh yeah.
Yeah, there it is.
Pacifier. I had never noticed that before. That is interesting. I don't think I've seen that in a collection, unless if there's like a baby collection I don't know about. But...
Oh yeah. Baby Bored Ape.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Little ape, little Bored Ape. Yeah. I forgot about those. I think V Friends, right?
Oh yeah.
So here's where I'm at on that. And again, I love Gary V. V1, the artwork was very, let's say, basic, right? V Friends Series 2, the artwork is much more developed, more colorful. But V Friends Series 1 is the OG, and you get the guaranteed access. It was built into the contract. If you buy a V Friends Series 1, you get to go to the first 3 VCons. If you own a Series 2 like I do, you don't get that, right? Gary did say maybe after 3 years something changes. Just throwing that out there if you haven't watched our Gary V interview yet. But Series 1, that access to VCon, I just think is so good, right? You can't just buy a ticket like from the box office. You have to buy the ticket NFT, which you get from having a V Friend.
Yeah. I just don't bet against Gary V. The man is a very patient man. He's got good vision too. I do really like the fact that if you own one of these little pictures that he hand drew,
Yeah.
that you get access to 3 of his events. And who knows what's future? After those 3 years. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he has continued to say, like, this is his Mickey Mouse. Like, he is building a brand.
Yeah.
And like you said, like, don't bet against Gary V. I know there are some haters out there, right? But look at what he's accomplished. And I love V Friends Series 2 because I think there's going to be added benefits to that. But V Friends Series 1, nice comment there. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, and Series 2, I mean, the artwork is just really cool, and I like it, and yeah, I own one, so I'm biased, but what can I say? So, all right, Alyssa, I think we are out of time, and I think that's gonna do it for this week. Next week we will try to have some interviews, right? Maybe we can get the Bubble Geeses, however you want to say it, onto our show, because that is very cool and very exciting roadmap. We did our top 10 NFTs to buy in a bear market. Again, not financial advice, just our opinions if you are watching or listening. Next week, maybe we look at NFTs under 1 ETH, right? That could be a fun topic. We already covered some today, right? Robato's V-Friend Series 2 would definitely be on my list. But we'll see what the other 8 picks are and what Alyssa has up her sleeve. So, all right. Well, everyone, if you have not already, smash the like. Please smash that like button on your way out. Subscribe to Benzinga's YouTube channel and stick around. We have pre-market prep at the close coming up soon, covering all the latest news and headlines and top movers for stocks and crypto. And we will catch everyone next week. Take care.